How has your worldview evolved? And how do you see India's place in the world today?
And I mention it because over many years, yes, India has changed, world has changed, and world views reflect those changes both of ourselves, there's a self-perception there, as well as how you see the world. And if I were to sort of drill it down into two broad points. One would be that, today, if you take, let's say, the top five economies, they are very different from what they used to be. If you were to use any metric of influence, it's quite different. So you had a rebalancing in the world, accelerated by globalization, and we are heading towards what most people would regard as an era of multipolarity, which is many centers of power and influence, and which are autonomous of each other and pursue their particular interests. So, where my worldview was concerned, I mean, in a way, it would derive from what does India have to offer in such a landscape. And I think India does have to offer a lot because one, we would be a rarity today in the world, a civilizational state, a society which can trace its history for thousands of years and which still today is a nation state. There are very few like that anymore. Two, we would definitely have a lot to offer as not just as the most populated country in the world, but the largest pool of talent in a way, something special to contribute to the world as a democracy, but as a very diverse society, a society which has valued its diversity and nurtured its diversity. And finally, because we are able to play the role of a bridge. I mean, these are not the easiest times in the world, but if you ask yourself, okay, how many countries are able to pick up the phone and talk to Russia and Ukraine, Israel and Iran, the global north and global south? I would suggest to you there are not that many. And the fact that we are, a political democracy, a market economy, a pluralistic society, sort of a voice of the global south. But we are not anti-West. We get along, we participate, we attend the G7 meetings. In fact, from here, I'm going on to Washington for a meeting of the Quad.